Hi, I'm John Kursky. This is Atlas, and today we want to show you how to do object-level security testing with PQL.Assert. All right, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date on all the new videos and content we'll be putting out in the coming weeks. And with that, in the last video, I showed you how to use PQL.Assert to test for row-level security in your semantic model. And in this video, I want to show you how to do testing with object-level security in your semantic model. We have a recent release of PQL.Assert that it enables you to do that type of testing. So let me show you what that looks like. Up on my screen, I've got a object-level security model Power BI report, which I will share in the YouTube description. I'll have a link to that PBIX file in GitHub. Now, in this situation, I've got a set of roles, and I've added, I think in our last video, I had an East and West role, but I've added an admin role. Now, there's certain scenarios in which there are tables or columns in a table that you want to hide based on the role who's looking at it. And in this case, I have an admin table that I only want to have available to my admin role. And within this example, I've got a column that I only want to make available to the admin role. Now, if I'm using object-level security, the best tool I know to apply object-level security is Tabular Editor 2. So I've got this up on my screen. I've made the connection to the model, and I've clicked on the table. So right here, and I go down to object-level security, and I have set East and West to none. So at a table level, I have said East and West should not see that table. Now I've gone in and made sure I saved that. And now if I go back to the model and I go to view as, let's say, East, you notice that the admin table has now disappeared. And if I go back to viewing as admin, the table comes back. All right, now that's for hiding a table. What about hiding a column? Well, I can go back to Tabular Editor, click on the specific column I want to hide, scroll down, and under the roles, I have set these to none. And now, if I go back and I've hit View As West instead of Admin, you notice that the shown column is the only one that appears. Okay, so that's all well and good. I've done this type of testing in the past where you do this kind of manual changes of the roles and see if everything is in good shape. But what do I do if I want to automate this testing? Well, a recent version of PQL.Assert allows you to run object-level security testing. So let me show you what that looks like. Now, I am running on the 0.3.0 version, which introduced object-level security testing, and I've added that to my model. So if I've gone to add to Power BI, copied, and pasted, hit apply, this is adding it to the model. Now, if I go to the DAX query view, you'll see I've set a couple tests here where I will create a OLS West test. So I want to make sure that the West doesn't see the admin table or the hidden column. And I've created a union of two tests. PQL.Assert OLS table should be hidden, and OLS column should be hidden. And in this case, for the first one, I give it the test name, and the second argument is just the name of the table. This is taking advantage of the info view functions to look at the metadata. Under object-level security, if I don't have access to that table, it doesn't appear in the metadata. And then for the column level should be hidden, I've pointed it to the table and specifically the column that I think should be hidden. Now, if I go back to stop viewing, and this will be kind of like I'm in the admin role, when I run this, you can see that both these tests are false. Now, if I change the role to West, view as West, run the query, those are true. So I know those tests are working under that role. Now, if I do the same thing, let me go back to viewing as admin, and I go to the DAX view. Let's take a look at the other test I have. Well, I want to make sure under the admin role, the table should be visible, and the column that's hidden should be visible. So the difference is I'm just kind of flip-flopping to make sure for West, I don't see that table in that specific column. For admins, I do see that table and I do see that column. And when I run this, those are visible. Now, I can run these tests locally by switching roles and making sure they work, but how do I make sure that if I want to automate this in the service, let's say with a notebook, that I make sure that it's running under a specific account that maybe is playing the West role or playing the admin role? Well, very similar how you set up RLS testing. I'll go to my Tyndall view. I will go to the functions that I have, and let's just filter on OLS. And I can right-click, script the tab, and you'll notice, just like in RLS, for that specific one, if I just add the annotation for impersonated user, I can give it a specific account I want it to run in the service to double check that the test for object level security is working for that. Now, I've done this also for the admin account. Added that annotation, hit apply, and in this case, I'm doing it with my account. Now, if I publish this to the service, which I've already done, the other thing you're going to have to make sure you do is for those accounts that explicitly don't have admin rights to the workspace, like my admin would, for the West account, I have made sure that the Atlas Kursky has been added because I need that to have access to that semantic model. I also want to make sure that they have access. Let me go to manage access. Just view rights. This is one of the important things about object level and row level security is the semantic model might be sound, but this type of test will also see if somebody's misconfiguring group access. Maybe they elevated their privileges accidentally. Okay, so I've got that set up, and then very similar to how we did the RLS the last time, I have this notebook, which I will have in a link in the description to the GitHub page. I've loaded this loaded this notebook. It's installing Semantic Link Lab so that I can run as a user. I'm pointing it to that current workspace, having it run the any steps, and then I've got it executing. You can see here that it found for the OLS tests which ones to run. And finally, it displays the results as passed. And because the annotation's there, the PQL.Assert retrieve function, the v2 function, will get the annotation information and know that for that particular set of tests, I needed to run it under that impersonated user. And Semantic Link Labs will allow us to pass in that impersonated user as part of the DAX query. All right, so I will provide a link to the object level security file, the PQL.Assert notebook in the YouTube description, but I hope you try it out. Object level security is a very important thing to test. If you're not testing for it, there's a bunch of situations in which you misconfigure your security settings or you misconfigure within your model, but also if you misconfigure it in your service settings, that you might inadvertently expose information that you would not want exposed for certain roles. All right, so I hope you learned something today, and in our next video we'll take a deeper dive in some more advanced features with testing in PQL.Assert. But until next time, take care.